So what exactly is cloud browser isolation? Cloud browser isolation has been a technology that has been around for some time, which can essentially make browser-based attacks a thing of the past. So imagine a website which is the victim of a watering hole attack. What means is that the adversary has been able to inject malicious active content on this website, and they're just waiting for some user to access this website. They're probably running a browser that either has a 0-day vulnerability or it has not been updated and it still has vulnerabilities. As soon as the user goes to this specific website, this malicious active content will trigger and a compromise will happen. However, if you actually enable cloud browser isolation and you open this website in an isolated containerized environment in the cloud, and what you deliver to the end user is a pixelated stream, then you can basically nullify any attack that uses active malicious content like malicious JavaScript or malicious ActiveX controls. This technology allows us to deliver another layer of protection to the end user by making any browser-based attacks pretty much obsolete. So it allows also other use cases where you can provide secure access to web-based applications and data while providing a really good unmatched user experience. The technology that we use in our offering with cloud browser isolation is a pixelation technology, which provides 100% remediation of any attacks, unlike some other technologies out there. So this is more about the technology. How does this work in a nutshell? So if you think of the end user, as soon as they try to go to a website, there's an isolated containerized environment where we are running a Chromium browser. We essentially run the website there. We run our own proprietary experience engine. We do a conversion, and we essentially deliver a stream of pixels back to the end user, thereby eliminating any malicious active content kind of attacks on this web page. So we'll go into more detail now into the zero trust threat isolation, the cybersecurity use case. There's multiple things we deliver here. First and foremost, you can actually open files with peace of mind. If a user is downloading a file that can also contain active content. So for instance, a lot of files like Google Docs or actually Office 365 documents like a docx often contain macros in it. Sometimes the attackers create the doc files with malicious macros, which when they execute will lead to a compromise of the end system. However, with browser isolation technology, instead of delivering the docx to the end user, you can deliver a PDF version of the same file, which can be viewed, which suppresses all active content. This allows you to open files with peace of mind. It prevents attacks at the source because you're actually opening everything in a containerized environment in the cloud. All the websites are not being opened natively on the end user's browser. They're opened in the cloud, and a pixelated stream is being sent back to the end user's browser, thereby creating an air gap and protecting them from any malicious websites. You may be thinking, okay, if you are trying to create a PDF version of a docx file, how will that affect productivity? So we'll actually go into more detail in the next few sections on how this can actually be used and what is the right approach to use browser isolation technology.